What's up, y'all? It is Jay and Jeff.
Jesse.
Hey,
I was like, are you gonna say my name or am I saying my name?
You got to say your own name. I said mine. You have to
Look how
say
cool
your.
that is. I just did that background just now. Boom.
Finally, you did something good. Well, what up, everybody? It is Jay and
Jesse.
and today we're talking about Thursday thoughts. Listen, this is going to be a new thing that we're doing because we really want to connect to our online community. We want to connect with you. We want to connect with people who want to connect with us also. This is just going to be thoughts about what we think, what God is sharing with us throughout the week. It's going to be really practical. So I want you to share with your friends, tell your friends to log on, share it now. I am going to go on my cell phone right now and I'm going to share it because I want people to chime in because we want to hear what your thoughts are also. So please share, please come in. We want to hear from you. Let's see. Right here. I'm about to go to my share button. Everything is lost in here. What?
The
The
vibe.
variety.
Yeah, you
Well, yeah.
get it there.
Well, you know now. So we got some people in here. Chime in, let us know where you're listening from, where you're going, where you're at. And so today we are going to talk about words matter. Man, I mean, just that statement alone, Jesse, what do you think?
They definitely do. And sometimes I think we don't even realize how much they matter, not just when we're saying things, but also when we're hearing them. You don't know how much they even matter to you. I would
Yeah.
suggest.
Yeah, I would say that too. So, so for us, me and Jesse are both pastors. You guys might know us from not being pastors. You might not know that, but we're both pastors. So we really dive into the word and use God's word to kind of teach us, and use it practically, right? So you might not know this story, but we want to talk to you about it. It's in First Samuel, and it's the story of Jonathan and David. Jonathan and David were best friends, but David was slated, he was anointed to actually be king. But the funny thing about it was that Saul's, who was the king, his son was Jonathan, and David was Jonathan's best friend. So in this point of the story, David is running away from Saul because Saul wants to kill him because he wants to still be king. And so in First Samuel 23, it's verse 16, this is what happens. It says, Jonathan, Saul's son, arose and went to David in the woods and strengthened his hand in God. So what does that mean? What's up, Jessica? It's good to see you. Thank you for chiming in. Share with your friends. We want to talk to you. All right. So, like I said, First Samuel, we just read it, and it said again, Jonathan, Saul's son, arose and went to David in the woods and strengthened his hand in God. That means he had to go tell him. Like he went to David. David was worried about his Jonathan's dad killing him, but Jonathan showed up and told him some encouraging words. Do you have friends that have been encouraging to you, or that you are very passionate about, friends that you love dearly, that you trust and that trust you? How about you, Jesse?
I do. I really do. I wish one of them was on this, live video with me right now because that would be amazing. Just kidding. Of course, you are. Jay's a solid bro for you guys out there that just see us together. There was a day where we didn't know each other,
Yeah.
but meeting each other. I mean, honestly, I didn't really like him at first, and he didn't like me, but it's fine. Clearly, we worked through it. But really, what brought us to that place was actually exchanging words, and I would say that even a big key there was true vulnerability. When you meet somebody, you share your story, you begin to get vulnerable, and then you realize, like, man, we really connect. We got something in common, or even you begin to see the potential or see amazing things in someone that they even have now, and being vulnerable or kind and generous with your words enough to really say those things and put those things out there. And so it's good to have friends like Jay.
Yeah. Well, it's good to have friends like you. And it is true. The first time we met was actually my sister was playing at an event, and she asked me to come play, and Jesse was the bass player. And Jesse was like, "Who is that guy playing all where I'm supposed to be playing?"
He was not listening to what I was asking him to do as the music director, but Jay knows what he's doing. So for anybody out there that might end up on stage with me and is thinking that not listening to me will help us be friends one day, that's not accurate. Don't resist that temptation.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, so if you guys ever want to hear this story, all you have to do is go to First Samuel 20. Well, just go to First Samuel 19, and you'll kind of read through the whole story about how David and Jonathan was. We're not really. I mean, it's spiritual, but it's practical also. Like everything that we do, we always talking about how we want what we do to be very practical. Like when we talk to people, it's about the practicality of can I take this home and can I use it today, right now? So that's what we're going to talk about. There are some things, first thing, if you have a friend, you have to be trusted. To be a good friend, you have to be able to be trusted. And what does that mean? Is that when we don't shame people, we don't judge people. When they come to us, we talk to them. And it doesn't mean that we don't tell them what's right. We tell them the right things, but I'm not going to shame you. I think what God talks to us all the time, it says, with love and kindness have I drawn thee. And so I think that it's important for us as human beings to be able to be trusted in this social media world. I see so many conversations and people want to jump into a place, and even on posts, right? Like I've seen somebody today, like there was a post and a lot of people misinterpret posts and then start interjecting their own beliefs and feelings on it. And this is my thing. If I don't talk to you on the phone, don't come over here and start trying to correct my post.
Well,
right. So I think that as a friend, you have to be trusted. Do you have anything to speak into that, Jesse?
Yeah. Well, you guys don't know, Pastor Jay preached at our church, was an Impact Church, this past Sunday, and he was giving a lot of wisdom about just how to be appropriate and even presentable on social media. And sometimes that means not being on social media. But I love what you said about being a friend, a good friend, being trustworthy. And the thing about Facebook, something that comes to mind is I heard you tell Demetria. So Demetria is Jay's sister. She does a lot of ministry as well. We've traveled around together, separate. Basically, we're family in ministry. So we're around each other a lot. And Demetria has an amazing gift to really see things inside of other people, beautiful gifts, about them and things that she believes that the Lord has for them. So she's very encouraging in that way. But when people discover you have a gift like that, sometimes they can really pull things from you. And one of the things that Jay tells her a lot is, hey, just because you can doesn't mean you should. Sometimes it's knowing when. Timing is everything. Like if you're gonna, the Bible says that if you have a fault with somebody, go to the person. Sometimes there's timing for that. Sometimes there's even the right location for that, like not social media, but in person or on the phone, in a way that really, whatever it is that you're doing, let it be done in love. Jesus was asked, what's the greatest commandment? He said, love God with all your heart and love your neighbor as yourself. So at the end of the day, if whatever we're doing, we're missing love, it really doesn't matter what you're saying about who you are and how you are with the people around you. You're not really their friend if you're not trying to do it in love. I'm not saying you're going to be perfect. Just today, I was talking to another close friend, and there were some really good things that they had to tell me about how I suck at life a little bit.
Whoa!
It was in love, and I could feel those moments are tough, but it's so much easier to walk through something with someone when you're doing it in love. And sometimes just being with people is more important than you making sure they know how much they suck or what they're doing wrong. Just be with someone sometimes.
Yeah. And that brings me to this point. First, I have to talk to somebody in here that's been, telling me to do things right here. As a friend, Terrence, I'm going to tell you, no, I'm not doing what you asked me to do. Okay? Let's be friends.
Talking about friends and Terrence.
Yeah. Terrence Howell's right here. I'm going to show you. Look. He's
trying to tell Jay to take the hat off.
Right, but then, because it's a Lakers hat, and then he's going to tell me to take the sweatshirt off because it's a Lakers shirt. Listen, I am not taking off my clothes on camera. We are on the internet, sir. That is not happening. I just want to let you know, as a friend.
Mark Zuckerberg himself will remove this from
Facebook. So, all right. So that being said, listen, one of the things I want to talk about, right? First, to be a good friend, you have to start with humility, bro. Start with humility, man.
I don't like that one. I'm going to be honest. I don't like that one. Let's get to it.
Listen, no. But look at this, right? When we met, right? What offended you is that I was in your space, right? Where you thought that I should be doing this. For me, for my sister, I was like, I know what she wants from me because I've been playing with her all this time. So I'm going to do this, right? We both had to come to an understanding about each other of like, he knows his sister and I know music, and you taught me a lot. And I think that I've taught you a lot over the years playing together, but we had to humble ourselves for that to be done. If we would have kept that same energy, then we wouldn't have been friends.
That's true. That's very true. That's very true. I've made a lot of connections. Something that in my relationship with the Lord that he really encouraged and taught me to do, and I've seen the fruit of it so much, is when you meet someone or you encounter someone, and this is for anybody, no matter where you are. The Bible says this. It's almost like a proverb. It says, "He who refreshes others will indeed himself be refreshed." And there's this weird satisfaction sometimes that we think that we get, or we can get in this way where, putting down others and all that will make us feel better. But the Bible actually says opposite. It says when you make other people feel better, you actually will truly feel better. So if you're thinking like, man, I need some encouragement, I wish I had a close friend, I wish I had somebody to call me, why don't you be that person? Call and refresh somebody. The Bible says before they even respond, it will refresh you. It does something inside of you that unlocks the positivity, the encouragement. And now all of a sudden you don't have glasses on that see the negative, but you begin to look for the positive. You know what? It catches fire. Not only can you see it better in you, but you can start to see it more in other people. And like attracts like, kind attracts kind, and you will end up bringing people around you. It's amazing to me, my closest friends right now, how similar we are. I don't think it's by accident. It's because like attracts like. And so when you just start being the person, you know what? When I first meet somebody, let me be intentional, not to just say, hey, and get to what I need or what I'm doing or what is it now. How can I intentionally encourage someone in every greeting and just start there, see what happens? I guarantee you're going to get a line of people that want to pour back into you if you keep sowing that way into people's lives.
Yeah, we don't always have to be right. You know what I mean? Humility is...
Hold on. What?
We don't always have to be right. Let me say it for the people in the back. We don't always have to be right.
Can we just clip this and put it on the Facebook? You don't always have to be right.
All right. So the next thing
is, being right is so fun, though. Really,
it is. Well, the next thing is right. Being patient. Woo. I think that sometimes we realize that our friends might not be actually catching up to us at the same paces that we're going, but we're so ready to leave people behind instead of being patient, right? Because at a point in a friendship, I'm sure that somebody was more stable in something than the other person was, and we're so quick to just be like, no, well, we're just going to leave it alone. So I think the next thing is being patient.
I know this about me is when I feel like I'm ahead or I'm doing better, I'm probably not seeing primary areas where I'm actually lagging. So sometimes with that patience, a mirror can help you keep fueling patience. Because you know what? The people around me are patient with me. I probably just don't even know about it. But
Yo,
patience is so good. Go ahead. What are you saying?
being patient is like really understanding and waiting. Like you can't jump to conclusions. That's one of the being patient is jumping to conclusions, right? Like we talk on text message or on the phone all the time. You know what I mean? So what happens when somebody actually says something on we had a conversation I remember with one of our friends one time where they were bugging, bro. They were bugging. And when I finally talked to that person, I was like, don't forget where you were and how many times we've had to bail you out of things and help you out, right?
Right.
Being patient. You have to understand once you actually give somebody some thoughtful thoughts that they might not do it immediately, but you have to be patient. Be patient and wait because being your friend is not always easy, right? Being each other's friend is not always easy, but we
Yep.
know that we'll make it. Like you trust the process, be patient.
Not only that, you ever thought you knew exactly what somebody was doing and you were upset or was something you didn't think it was going to be good and you said something and it actually turned out different, like, oh, you didn't get me one, and then turns out they got you like two, and
Yeah.
you're like, well, now I feel like a jerk because I was trying to find a reason to be upset and think this person wasn't thinking about me or they weren't being a good friend, and then turns out they actually really are a good friend. So patience helps you not look like a jerk. Don't
Whoa.
ask me how I know. I do
Yeah.
have a red beard, guys. Okay,
Yeah.
it does a few things for my emotions naturally.
Oh man, here we go. We got one right here. Listen, Jessica's saying, especially trying to get teens to trust you takes a lot of patience. That is true. I think
Yes.
we lose a lot of people because we're not patient with them, and they're like probably on that cusp. I used to talk about. I had a friend, man, that really had a hard heart, and I was always saying like it was like having an ice pick. You were trying to just dig at it, dig at it, dig at it, right? And a lot of times it's just that patient because ice melts with love and kindness and warmness. Ice melts. It's easy. You ever left ice cubes out not in a turvis? That joint melts real quick.
He said,
You
not
know,
in the turbans, because them turbans, that you
them
pay
turvis
for, but that
protected.
turban keeps the ice real.
Okay, Omarion, wasn't that his song? I got an ice box where my heart used to be. I got a nice box where my heart used to be.
That
Right.
should be
That's
my theme song when I sign on this thing every Thursday.
so the next thing, and I think that this is the final thing. It says, finally, be prepared to have your best laid plans turned upside down. I think that a lot of times when having a good friend will help you propel your life into a different place. I think we get our feelings hurt because somebody tells us the truth, and we get mad because they might have another perspective of what we don't even have. So I think that that's important. That's why we say that words matter. So whatever you're saying out of your mouth is important, but the other part of it is whatever you're hearing. Because sometimes we hear something that somebody didn't even say, and we get our feelings hurt. Like, you're not gonna be talking about me like this. And what'd you say? You know what I'm saying? Catch me outside,
Yep,
right?
that's how I talk to Jay, guys. This is why he's so nice around me, because he knows I don't have time for that.
Yeah. So we have to. I think that knowing perspective is a good thing. I always talk about perspective. If I'm looking through my own eyes, then it becomes binocular. But when I'm looking through my other friends' eyes and other people that I trust, it becomes binocular and I can see a whole lot further. So words matter.
Yeah, I love what you said about it being different, people hearing something different, and something. This is an amazing tip that has helped me, and I use it so much. It helps you with patience. It helps you with humility. it helps in conflict resolution. Really, it's this, is that when you're talking about two different people, you say you have a conversation, interaction, something, and this is where I really need it. Okay. I just want to tell you what I meant and what I said and what you should be doing or feeling about how I meant to say it. But everybody has a right, number one, to how they heard something and the feelings that come with that. But also everybody also has a right of what they intended when they said something. So say I say something, you hear it and get hurt, but I was meaning to encourage you, or I'm just giving you information, or that's not what I meant. That wasn't my intention.
Right.
I still ought to feel for you and say, I am very sorry that what I said caused you to feel that way. Now, can you please allow me to tell you what my intention was? This will help us not hold on to grudges, but we can move to forgiveness. Like, okay, what you said put me in a place, and I felt that way. But you know what? When you explain it to me, like, you get the choice: do I want to hold a grudge, or do I want to really give someone the right to what they truly intended? It's on both sides. Forgiveness goes both ways. You got to allow somebody, like, hey, you know what? That really hurt me, but I forgive you because I know you didn't mean to. But let me just tell you what that did to me, because then it can help you refine that relationship. I know, man, if I say this because of this person's history or whatever, or maybe just how I say things, I'm a very direct person, especially when I'm troubleshooting and problem solving. And it can really, I have hurt people's feelings, not meaning to at all, just trying to get to a point, just exchanging ideas. And so when you have conversations like, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get the work done, but maybe my tone of voice put it in a way that I hurt their feelings. I need to apologize for that. But hopefully that other person that, if we're going to be friends in relationship can tell, okay, that this is his personality. And we're getting to know each other, getting to know people in your relationship. So give people the right to their intentions, but also give people a right to how they heard things, if you really did hurt them in the way.
Yeah, I think that's good, Jesse. So we've been talking for almost 30 minutes almost. So we don't want to be too long. We just want to be able to give you a thought. So we're going to call these Thursday Thoughts with Jay and Jesse, and we want you guys to log on Thursdays. We'll be doing these, for however long we can do stuff. We'll do it however long we can do stuff. But we really want you to do it. It's on YouTube and it's on Facebook, on Impact Church's Facebook page and on their YouTube page. I want to give you some checkpoints that you can go throughout this week so that it might help you being a better friend. So first, right, we're going to pray for wisdom to know how to encourage others, right? We got to encourage each other. We got to encourage others. So I need to pray, like, Lord, give me the wisdom so that when somebody comes to me, that I'm able to decipher the things, to be able to talk and have the conversations. The next thing I want to say is, like, text or call someone who has been a good friend to you. You're going to need it. Okay. The third thing is be prepared to offer words of encouragement to your friends. You have to be prepared. If you don't have words of encouragement, then you're not prepared. Don't offer them. Be prepared. Find out what words of encouragement is. Words of encouragement, like me and Jesse have a playful banner all the time. Like, we rib each other all the time, but he knows. I tell him, like, Jesse, I wouldn't be able to live this life and do this life without you. You are a solid dude. Every time I call you, you show up and you're there. There are just things that I know that I can call nobody else about, because I know that he's going to be there, and he's going to be there 100%. Be that type of friend. All right. Invite a friend to consult with you on an upcoming decision. That's the fourth thing that you can do. All right. Text or call a friend to let them know you appreciate his or her friendship. You got to let people know that you care about them and that you love them. I have a couple of friends that text me out of the blue and just be like, I love you. One of them up here, shout out to Megan, love you. And just text like, Jay, I love you. Thank you for being you. And I think that that's what we have to do more often. Let people know that you love them and you encourage them. Read about, and then I want you guys to read about Jonathan and David's friendship. That is 1 Samuel 19 for those of you who have Bibles. Listen, you can get the YouVersion app, and it costs nothing. Everybody doesn't read the Bible, but I want you to. I want you to dive into some things. Like, we all have certain things that we want to say about the Bible and things like that. But listen, it has been such a pivotal part of my life. It has helped me turn my life around. All right. So I want you to grab a Bible. I want you to download your Bible, and I want you to read 1 Samuel 19. Read about David and Jonathan. All right. And the other thing is, like, offer your friends. Maybe you need to find a friend. All right. Why don't you offer friendship to someone that you want to have a closer relationship to? Be a friend first.
Yeah.
Right? That's what we have to do. Be a friend first. I'm going to put these things in the chat. I want you guys to be able to copy, paste, look it up, and do these things. We'll be doing these things, like I said, on Thursdays. And we're going to call them Thursday Thoughts with Jay and Jesse.
Y'all are awesome. Man, so many awesome people in here. My friend Patty, what's up? Good to talk to you. Obisa, hi. My boy Chris.
Yeah.
There's Terrence, but he doesn't need any more attention tonight. Terrence is another one of those friends. You can we just always got you. Lobisa actually says it's hard to make friends. I wanted to say what Pastor Jay said is so true about calling someone. I hit a season of my life. Actually, I got divorced. That was 4 years ago. And I just knew I needed a friend. And no joke, I prayed. I asked God. I told him, I said, I really need a friend. Can you tell me somebody? And there's this guy, Grant, I've been going to church with for a little bit, a musician. We kind of hung out, and God was like, call Grant. And he recently passed away, but I'm very happy and proud to say that we were best buds from that week on. And if the heartbreak only just shows how much actual love was there, then know that it was a lot. But God set that up, and you never know what comes in life, but the Lord truly is there. He wants us to be in communion, a relationship, not just with him, but with each other. In the Bible, he put Adam and Eve together. God knows he doesn't want you to be alone. I've definitely felt lonely. I'm so thankful for friends like Jay, friend Grant, Terrence, our other friend Davina. We have this group where we're always sending stupid memes all the time. Just staying in touch. But you guys know what it's like just to have a friend when you're just having a crazy day and you get a stupid meme that means nothing. But you know what? That's friendship. It's good stuff. And that's what really makes life worth living, I think. Yeah,
man. Well, we love you guys. Thank you for listening to our Thursday thoughts.
Yes, whose beard is better in the graphic?
Listen, man, I tell you what, your graphic looks exactly like you. Like, how did you take your face and just put it on a piece of paper? Turn your hat. It looked like you took your face and just put it on the graphic like this. Look, just like that.
It's this new caricature app. I'm kidding. I did just figure it out in Cam. Then I did yours.
My nose is smaller in my graphic. My nose is actually bigger in real life, but it was great. You made my great.
I'm not trying to hint at anything that I wish was different on your face, by the way. It's just what was.
Oh yeah.
Just what was stock standard in the game. Well, it just so turns out you got your Lakers little thing on there, and that looks pretty close.
Yeah, it looks pretty close.
But I feel like the beard is better in your graphic than in real life.
Yeah, the beard is better, and it's a lot grayer.
Yeah, I'm going to put hashtag beard goals next to your face for next week.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. I'm actually going to kick your graphic in the face.
Oh, are you going to get that tiny little circle with your big foot, or how's that going to work? You're probably going to
Well, all right. We love you guys. We hope you log on next week. Next week, we're going to be talking about patience.
Woo! I can hardly wait.
We're going to call it We're gonna call next week. Hurry up and wait.
Ooh, I like that.
All right. Well, we love you guys. Share this with your friends. We want people to know just how, man, it's fun hanging out with Jesus, for real.
Yeah, actually, if there's low-key someone you've been stalking on Facebook that you want to have as your friend, you should just send this to them in Messenger. It won't be creepy at all. I promise. Get to this part, and they figure out why you sent it to them. P.S. If you're receiving this message, the person that sent this to you really wants to be your friend, so you should message them back. P.S. Jay can do better. So at least there's something real. We can hook you up, whatever you need, you know. I'll be a witness and he'll do the ceremony. It'd be great.
Yeah, I can do that. All right, y'all. Love you. See you
Love
next week.
Next week. Bye.